some co-hosts, I know how to handle the spooling up of. Just kidding. Just kidding. I'll talk about Andrew or
Yep.
just
Okay. We're live now.
Sweet. I'm not seeing the live part. Where's the live? Remember the videos? And
Yep. It says we're live.
yep, sweet, great. I haven't seen the notification on the tubes of Eunice yet. But that's okay. How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the show. Yeah, there we go. Hey, look at that. Looking good.
Sam's there.
Good, looking good. I need to mute that. That's what I need to do. Welcome, everybody, to the Disney Parks podcast. And are you ready to kick the tires and light the fires?
Sure.
All righty, here we go. In today's show, we've got news about Shanghai reopening. Disney Springs is going to reopen, we think, hopefully maybe on Wednesday. New executives at Disney Parks, experiences, and products. And I know that. And meetups, contests, and headline news all in today's Disney Parks podcast.
Welcome to the Disney Parks podcast with your hosts, Tony Casanova from DisneyByTheNumbers.com and Parkhopper John from WDWParkhoppers.com. Keep your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the podcast at all times. And get ready for the Disney Parks podcast.
Welcome, everybody, to the Disney Parks podcast. I'm back. I want to thank Edward for doing such a great job. He did a wonderful job. I thought for a while there I was fired, but nope. I'm still here. And if you're wondering, I don't know where this microphone has been. And I don't trust Tony because I know he's been with other people. So,
Hey now.
Just kidding, Uncle Tony. So glad that let me do this because this I'm telling you, man, I spent all weekend in this thing and it sucks. I do want to do a shout out to my buddy Kelly.
Kelly.
She made me a very special Star Wars mask. That was and she made it my size, which is kind of nice because I'm a bigger dude. So
yeah, you got a head size issue.
I got a melon, brother.
Yeah,
I'm not afraid to say that.
you got a bigger melon.
Yeah. So yeah, I just thought I'd have a little fun with that. But I appreciate, again, like I was saying, Edward stepping in. So Sunday night came around last week, and I stood up and was getting something out of the kitchen, and all of a sudden it just kind of like hit me. I was like freezing, and I'm like, my hands were shaking, my body was trembling, and I'm like, oh no. And I'm like, do I feel warm?
Right.
It's like, yep. So I went and took some NyQuil and basically spent the next day and a half in
So
bed.
you had the 24-hour COVID.
I had the COVID light.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, it's funny. Anyway, I called in sick the next day. I said, hey, man, I swear to God, it's not COVID.
Sure.
And, he was like,
yeah. I'm going to need to prick your finger and make sure of that verification, please.
I'm going to need you to come in anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to need you to fill out that TS30 report.
Yeah. Can you get the TPSP reports done?
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be great. Just great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to need you to stay over this weekend. That'd
Sure.
be great.
You're going to have to work on Saturday, man.
Let me stay, bro. Just going to get my stapler.
That is a classic movie. You know what? I have it on my shelf. There it is, Office Space. Hang on.
It's a great movie. You know what? You could do with your flair?
I have it. It's coming downstairs with me. I'm going to watch it tonight.
If you haven't seen it, has nothing to do with Disney. If you haven't seen Office Space, go and see it. I'll give you a couple of reasons to see it. One, it's funny as all get out. Two, if you work in an office place, it's going to make a lot of sense to you. And three, Jennifer
Aniston.
Kids,
these are DVDs. We used to buy them in stores and watch them at home.
That's right.
I know that's a little odd concept nowadays when everything is streamed to your box. But
That's right.
I'm just saying.
That's right.
We used to buy these and watch them
That's
at
right.
home.
In bulk. In bulk.
If you look at my wall, it's definitely in bulk.
Oh my God. Yeah. It looks like, well, I won't say what it looks like. Anyway, before we get started, I want to let you guys know about our good friends and sponsors, Destinations to Travel. It doesn't matter what type of trip you want to take. I know it seems funny talking about travel, but what better time to start planning a vacation than when you can't go anywhere? If you want to go to Europe or Asia, or you want to go to the other side of the country, you want to see the West Coast, East Coast. It doesn't matter what you want to do. You want to go to all the Disney parks around the world when they're back open, you can do it. Our friends at Destinations to Travel can help you out with that. All you have to do is go to DisneyParksPodcast.com/the letter D, the number 2, travel. That's DisneyParksPodcast.com/the letter D, the number 2, travel. Now, as of right now, we still have this amazing opportunity available. I have not been told to not talk about this, so I'm going to go ahead and talk about it.
Yeah.
On August 2nd through the 7th of this year, they're doing a very special Southern California Disney Adventure by Disney. Nomenclature's kicking my ass tonight. Adventure by Disney. You're going to go to Disneyland, hopefully, Disney California Adventure, if they're open, Walt Disney Animation Studios, Walt Disney Archives, and Walt Disney Imagineering. You're going to be able to go to dinner with 2 amazing Disney legends, Bob Gurr and Garner Holt. That's going to be over at Steakhouse 55 at the Grand California Hotel and Spa. All of that plus everything that ABD, Adventures by Disney, does. It's incredible. If you've not been on an ABD, you really are doing yourself a disservice. And our friends over at Destinations to Travel have a very special Adventure by Disney experience. If you want to go, when you contact us over at DisneyParksPodcast.com/the letter D, the number 2, put in Adventure by Disney, and someone will contact you and let you know all the information about that. You definitely want to go check them out. We are very proud to be friends with our travel sponsors, and we want to encourage you to go check out Destinations to Travel. Yeah.
Excelente.
Anything else you want to get into before we get into it?
No, not really.
All right. I'm doing pretty good, man.
Yeah.
Did
you break the seal and go out into the real world this weekend? Yeah.
That's great. You went on a little car ride, I see.
Yes. I went out. My intention was Saturday I was going out for dinner at Celebration Town Tavern. They were open, and I figured I like supporting local restaurants, and I like the food there. So before that, I figured, well, I got time to kill. So I drove around Walt Disney World again. And it's still closed. I just want everybody to know. I made sure I checked everything out. It's all still closed. But yeah, it's kind of fun and entertaining, and it's great to see people pop in and pop out. The chat. Even like some high school friends of mine popped in and popped out. So it was quite fun. But it gets a lot of views.
Yeah, I can totally understand that. Yeah. And I'll go ahead and
say
I'm
not doing it for the views. I'm just doing it because I'm bored, and I want to go check it out. And I just turn on the camera.
We're all doing it for the views, Tony.
Yeah, no, we're not.
Don't lie. Don't even lie. Hey, we're going to be doing something very special on Wednesday. I know we're going to talk about it a little bit more here in just a bit, but we're going to be down at Disney Springs. Knock on wood. Mm-hmm. So you want to keep your eye on the, I believe, Facebook, definitely, and YouTube for Disney Parks Podcast. Sorry, I'm stuck on that Destinations to Travel. Disney by the Numbers and WDW Park Hoppers. I think we're going to start off at the Polite Pig, and then we're going to mosey on down to the Wolfgang Puck Bar and Grill. We may even mosey on down over to our good buddies over at the Poorhouse. And I know Thursday we're gonna Park Hoppers is gonna go straight to Wolfgang Puck, say hi and do some live casting from there. So we're gonna see how it goes.
Yeah,
we don't know what we don't know. That we may wake up day of and they go, yeah, it's not gonna happen.
Yeah, and if you Wednesday afternoon too, probably noon, I'm gonna do a little test of the simulcast from Plancha at the Four Seasons, which is now open. So I'll be there for lunch. They invited me to come try out their limited COVID menu. So I'm gonna go.
The COVID menu.
Yeah, get the COVID menu. Maybe it comes with, I don't know, a bandana or something at the end of the meal.
Nice.
So go check that. So stay tuned to all these channels too, and we'll see how that test goes. That'll tell us what's going to happen on that night and how many places we can broadcast to.
Should be fun.
Yeah.
All right. So I guess there's nothing else we can do but to get into
the news.
And now, Disney Parks Podcast News.
I don't want to jinx it or anything, but
I
our
know.
technology is working. God bless us and all that good stuff. Hey, kids, did you know that Shanghai Disneyland reopened their gates? Can you believe it?
No.
Shanghai Disney Resort theme park, Shanghai Disneyland, reopened its gates, welcoming guests of all ages back and inviting them to savor the beauty and warmth of spring and immerse themselves once again in the magic of Disney. Throw a mask. Social distanced. Before the park gates were officially opened with spring decorations in full display, Shanghai Disney hosted a special reopening ceremony against a colorful backdrop of iconic floral minis. Cast members from every theme land in Shanghai Disney and invited Disney fans and guests joined more than 30 Disney characters, including Mickey Mouse, Duffy and Friends, Marvel superheroes, Disney princesses, and many more. And that's as close as those people got. Just kidding. Sort of. Not really. Disney characters made surprise appearances at the top of every portal as guests entered the park, waving colorful banners to welcome guests back to Shanghai Disneyland. Cast members wearing their brightly colored costumes lined Mickey Avenue, greeting guests as they passed through the entry portal into the world of fantasy and magic again. Disney Resort in Shanghai has been working regularly with local government and reopening plans for Shanghai Disneyland. During this initial reopening phase, the park has instituted new measures and procedures, including, if not limited to, opening with limited attendance and required advanced ticketing and reservations, accommodating social distancing in queues, restaurants, ride vehicles, and other facilities throughout the park, and implementing, it's easy for me to say, increased frequency of cleaning and sanitation. A portent of things to come, I think.
Yes.
So it was interesting seeing pictures. It was interesting seeing, we could take
Video.
a selfie. Mickey, Mickey's 25 feet away, and you're just trying to get the,
Yeah.
But that's, that's how that goes.
Yeah. There's an interesting video out there of the president of Shanghai taking the press around and showing them all the measures that they're, procedures and things that they've implemented. So if you have a chance, you can find that on the internet. If you go to Disney parks, it's interesting to watch. So
Look, we did this.
Yeah.
And then we did this.
Yeah.
Let me point out a few of my favorite plants.
Yeah.
And that one's my favorite.
Right. All right. So Disney Springs, like we said, is opening up on Wednesday, May 27th. Face coverings and temperatures are required. So in addition to the third-party shopping and dining locations that will be reopening at Disney Springs on May 20th, Disney has now announced the addition of Disney-owned shops and dining locations, including the World of Disney. Listen, if you can open up Disney Springs, you want the biggest wallet-sucking venue open.
It's one way of putting it.
Yeah. Also, the Marketplace Co-op and Deluxe Burger will be open for mobile ordering only. During the first phase of reopening, guests will be directed to park in either the Lime or the Orange Garage. Surfer slots will remain closed, and guests will only be able to access Disney Springs via the following 4 locations. The Orange and Lime Garage, the Hotel Plaza Boulevard Pedestrian Bridge, and the Ride Share location. The following safety measures and regulations will be in place for guests, cast members, and third-party employees wishing to visit Disney Springs. 1. Limited parking and reduced entrances. Temperature screening prior to entry. Face coverings are required for everyone. Physical distancing practices, including physical distance cues and physical barriers. Temporary operation modifications including reduced hours at select locations and no scheduled entertainment offerings or high-touch incentive areas. All right. So probably like bowling, out. Movie theater, out.
Yeah, out.
The Void, out.
Well, technically, there's no movie theater to go into right now. They're still dealing with their own financial issues.
I've heard. And now there's a battle royale going on, too.
Oh, yeah. What a mess.
An increased focus on disinfectant and sanitation, including the addition of hand washing stations and hand sanitizing in key areas. Now, regarding your temperature and how hot you should be when you come to Disney Springs. During the initial phase of reopening, guests will be subject to a no-touch temperature screening in the following locations. The exits located on the second floor of both the Orange and Lime parking garages and the Marketplace entrance located near the pedestrian bridge and rideshare drop-off location. Guests who have a temperature of 100.4 or higher will be directed to an alternative location for rescreening. Guests with temperatures above the 100.4, along with their party members, will not be allowed into Disney Springs. Cast members and employees will be asked to complete a health screening and temperature check at home. Wait a minute.
That's going to happen.
You're going to trust the employees to do that. Yeah, I feel fine. I'm going to work. See you later.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm great. I'm fine.
I'm fine.
Actually, it'd be more like, I'm fine. Thanks for playing. No, thank you.
All guests ages 3 and older must bring their own face covering and wear it at all times except while dining. So they are not supplying any face covering. Now, I heard Universal, if you didn't have one, they were going to allow you to go in and purchase one at the store or purchase one somewhere very near to there. I didn't see how that was happening, but that's what I heard. But Disney is saying if you don't bring it, you're not getting in.
That's right. No tiki, no washi.
Yeah. Physical barriers will be located in certain places to allow for physical distancing. Disney recommends that all guests use cashless or contactless payment options at this time. Dun, dun, dun. Well,
No tiki.
You'll see it live on Wednesday.
Or you won't. One of the two. I don't know what's going to happen. We're going to give it a hell of a shot. We're going to see what happens.
Right.
I'm excited about it. I'm a little nervous about it. I'm looking forward to seeing some friends I haven't seen in a couple months, and I know they're excited to see us there as well. So here's hoping. Here's hoping.
Yeah.
Keep paying attention to our socials, and we'll see what happens.
Right.
Hey, we just got done doing a few shows specifically solely for our Patreon family over at patreon.com/Disney Parks Podcast. You can sign up and help us by supporting what we do here, and we will turn around and give you access to not one, not two, but 3 pieces of content that is new each and every week just for our Patreons. We don't repurpose it. We don't do any of that kind of stuff. It's just for our Patreons, and they also get access to any new special shows, like we recently did an interview that we're going to be posting here in a week or so. They have already had access to that. We've got another one coming up. They're going to have access to that early. So if you're really into that kind of thing and you want to get more content and you would like to support what we do, go to patreon.com/Disney Parks Podcast. Of course, we always want to thank our current contributors. Thank you so much for being our Patreon family. But we have shows at the $5 and the $10 and up level. And if you would like to get not only the Patreon shows, but you'd like to get these amazing Disney by the numbers t-shirts, if you don't want to have to deal with the ordering process each and every month, we have one level that you can get all the shows, plus it also comes with one t-shirt every month. You don't have to do anything. It just gets shipped to your door. Come on. It's the best deal going in Disney Parks podcasting. I mean, come on.
That's right.
Perfect. So go to patreon.com/Disney Parks Podcast, and we appreciate you, and we look forward to seeing you there.
All right. Last week we had a trivia question, and it was, who sponsors the Monster Sound Show at Disney's Hollywood Studios? And the correct answer was...
Steve.
Sony. Sony sponsored the Monster... That just makes sense, obviously. And the winner is Katie. So thank you for that, Katie. And that was the winner. I didn't do trivia question this week. I completely forgot. So...
What?
But I will remind you to go to facebook.com/Disney Parks Podcast. We do have a contest there where you can guess what day Disney World and Disneyland are going to open to win some Disney swag that we're giving away. So all of you people that picked June 1st, I think the clock is going to run out on you. Since Disney just canceled all those reservations. So,
it's kind of like that commercial for Bounty where the kid's eating the Chinese food, and hits the table and starts sliding, and everybody's like, no. Like, yes. Yeah, you're not going to miss that date.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. So if you think you know, go fill out the contest. We've gotten quite a few responses, and everybody's stuck on this June 1st. So if you have voted, maybe you want to change your opinion. Now is a good time. I'm just saying.
October 8th is a great day. Happy birthday, John.
December 23rd is a good day too, John.
That's an okay day. I think October 8th is better.
All right.
Hey, Florida Governor Ron DeSantis has further relaxed social distancing measures beginning on today as we record this. In a press conference, Florida governor said that the state will be put on full phase 1 regarding reopening businesses. These details come just in time for Disney Springs preparing to open dining and shopping venues on May 20th. I think they had a heads up.
Yeah.
Beginning on Monday, May 18th, restaurants will be allowed to increase their indoor capacity from 25% up to 50%. Retail locations will also be allowed to increase their indoor capacity up to 50% unless you're a Walmart, Target, Lowe's, Home Depot, or any other box store. Which I have a lot of conversations about that.
Oh, yeah.
DeSantis did not provide a date for which theme parks could reopen, but he did state that their plans for reopening could be submitted at any time.
If you have one, we'd like to see it.
Love to see it. Send it on. That's Governor of Florida at florida.com. I don't know what his email address is. Just send it on, kids. He did mention that the theme parks will need to outline what procedures are going to be introduced to help keep guests and staff safe before the government will allow them to reopen.
Right.
Maybe they're playing a little game of musical chairs. I don't know. Who knows? Right. Maybe they're saying, hey, no, we're not going to say anything. We're just going to sit back. I think everybody's waiting to see what Big Daddy Disney's going to do.
Yeah, could be. Could be. So, although City Walk went first.
That is accurate.
So, I don't know. I don't know who had what plan and what pipeline first, but, they went out there first. So,
were any of the Universal theme park stores open during that opening?
Yes, the Universal store was.
Really?
Yeah, the big one. Jimmy Buffett's Margaritaville was, and I heard it was a 2-hour wait because there were no reservations allowed.
No reservations?
No. Okay, next up, Frozen. You will have to let it go because it will not reopen on Broadway.
Wow.
So after suspending performances on March 12th due to the current virus pandemic, Disney has announced last week, I think they did this on Friday, that Frozen the musical will not be returning to Broadway. They are heartbroken. This is the Twitter announcement that they say. We are heartbroken to announce that Frozen will not reopen once Broadway returns. Thank you for the love and magic we've shaped together during the incredible 851 performances at the St. James Theater. Some people are worth melting for, and today our hearts melt with you. Now, I guess the good news is the Sydney, Australia, London, Hamburg, and Tokyo productions, as well as the North America tours, are expected to resume. So that makes you go, what?
Yeah.
Why? Wait a minute. Why would you have like 5 touring groups and not do it on Broadway? I don't get it.
I'm wondering if the Broadway location wasn't bringing in enough cash, or because
I highly doubt that.
Well, I'm wondering if it's because they were, whenever Broadway's going to reopen, are they going to have all the cast available? Because, I mean, if people have an opportunity to work, aren't they going to go take it?
Well, what about the... All right. So, from what I understand, like these traveling shows, there's like really 2. And they leapfrog each other. So, if one's playing in the city, then the B goes to the next city and starts to get things done and rehearse and yada yada, set up stage, whatever. So there's like 2 of them. So isn't that more expensive to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times 2 traveling versions of this thing? Plus cast, plus crew, plus technology.
No, man, those things are money makers.
I don't know. Somebody's got to explain to me how Broadway works then, because I'm confused.
I'm very interested to find out why that is.
Yeah, me too.
Maybe it wasn't as popular as we thought it was. I don't know. Who knows?
I guess people weren't melting to go see this.
Maybe not. Yeah. I don't know. Somebody who's in the know, let us know.
Yeah.
Walt Disney World reached an agreement with the largest union on new safety measures, because Disney can't just up and make a decision on their own. They gotta run it through some people. With some Disney Springs locations reopening on Wednesday, May 20th, Walt Disney World has reached an agreement on new safety measures with the Service Trades Council Union that represents 43,000 workers, including a small number at Disney Springs. Disney's confirmed that an agreement was reached, but has not provided any details. Union representatives, however, have shared some of the new procedures.
Mm-hmm.
They're excited to share all that.
Sure.
According to the STCU, cast members will get 3 masks plus a thermometer upon request. Cast members may call in sick without violating attendance policy. Wow.
I'm sick. I'm sick of working.
Cast members will call in sick without violating attendance policy if showing any coronavirus symptoms, and will also get paid time off if required to stay in quarantine.
Oh, I got a fever.
Cast members will also get training in social distancing and the new procedures, plus monthly safety meetings. Plastic barriers will be installed at all cash registers, and only touchless transactions will be available to guests. The union also states that both guests and cast members will be required to wear masks unless you're sitting at a dining table, which we read that earlier. While the union has said that some Disney-owned businesses at Disney Springs will reopen on May 27th, there's been no confirmation from Disney.
So is the Disney training like this? Here, hold this tape measure for me. Okay, this is what 6 feet looks like.
6 feet. This is a foot.
This is a foot.
6 of them. People have to stand at foot 1.
Yeah.
And on the other side of foot 6.
Yeah. I was going to buy hula hoops. I was going to wear like a hula hoops. Keep my bubble.
Oh, that's hilarious.
But I came to find out that for whatever stupid reason, hula hoops are very expensive. And you can't buy one. You have to buy them in a 12-pack. I'm like, what am I going to do with 11 other hula hoops? Like, it's not like I sell them on eBay. They're not easy shippable items.
Well, you can make a hat. You can make a brooch. You can make a pterodactyl.
I was like, oh, gosh. I said, never mind. I'll find some other way to enjoy and amuse myself.
Buddy, it's super cheap. Get yourself a handheld taser.
I was thinking a cattle prod. It's at least 4 feet long.
Cattle prod, yeah, but that you don't. The problem is going to be somebody's going to get too close to you. So what you need to do is get Sid's got one. It's a flashlight, and on the end of that flashlight is a little And if somebody just gets too close, she's just like, "Excuse me, you need to social distance me." What?
Sorry.
Sorry.
You broke the rule.
This is for my safety and yours.
As soon as you get off the ground, you'll know why.
Pardon that third-degree burns. Oh, you had a heart condition? Somebody call 911?
Oh, gosh.
Yikes.
All right, so early June vacations are now being canceled by Walt Disney. Guests with early June vacations on the books have began receiving emails from Disney canceling their vacations. Thank you, Disney. With the news from earlier this week that Walt Disney World began accepting reservations now for July 1st or later. The new information may come in no surprise. I think it's going to be later. If you had a Walt Disney World vacation currently scheduled for the early part of June, keep an eye out for your email. If you have any questions or need additional assistance, please contact our friends at Destinations to Travel, or you can call the Walt Disney Travel Company directly at 407-939-5277.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah. I don't. Like I said, I'm still holding out for August. July 1st seems like a pipe dream, but we'll see. We'll see where this is going to go.
You know, we've got friends who work at Disney. My wife works at a major hotel very close to Disney. If it's August, that'll be impressive.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that.
Yeah.
I'm telling you guys, my birthday's looking really, really good. Put some money down on October 8th. Excuse me. New Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway Adventure Kit game. Oh, my God.
I know.
Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway Adventure Kit game debuts on the Disney Now app. Disney fans now have a new way to connect with Mickey and Minnie Mouse right from the comfort of their very own homes. Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway Adventure Kit is a brand new game now available in the Disney Now app. The game, shockingly based off the new Mickey and Minnie Runaway Railway attraction Disney Hollywood Studios, will use augmented reality to allow players to control Mickey and all of his friends as they travel through Wreck-A-Muck Park, Carnival Chaos, and Big City Snarl. I didn't know that was called Big City Snarl.
I did not know that either.
I knew Wreck-A-Muck Park
Mm-hmm.
and I knew Carnival Chaos, but I did not know Big City Snarl. Players can choose from 3 different Disney characters: Mickey, Minnie, anyone?
Goofy,
because he's the train conductor. Of course, as with and there's no Donald because Donald never gets any love.
I know.
That's from my mom. Of course, as with the Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway attraction, it's in the new Disney Now game. Mouse rules do apply.
Cool.
Yeah.
Mouse rules rule.
Yeah. I know you're getting ready to read this story.
Yeah.
This is exciting for me because this is the first time somebody I've known has ascended to on high.
Ooh.
Very exciting.
Who's the person?
Josh.
Oh, really? Cool.
Yeah, I met Josh tomorrow when he first showed up at Disney at Animal Kingdom.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow. This is hot off the press. This was news that broke today. There's a whole new leadership team announced at Disney Parks Experience and some products. I hate that title. I don't like it, but that's the way the ball bounces.
Yep.
So our Disney World president has gotten a boost in life. Josh D'Amaro is now named chairman of the Disney Parks Experiences and Products. So that's Chapek's old job. Jeff Valla named president of Walt Disney World. So now we got to go hunt down Jeff and meet him.
That's right.
Ken Potrock, the former DVC guy, is now president of Disneyland. I met Ken a couple times at different DVC events.
I've met Ken a few times as well.
Yeah, I also used to send him email all the time.
Dear Ken Potrock, I'm sure he's going to take all your emails with him.
I used to ask for very strange things at DVC, but anyway. Kareem Daniel is named president of Consumer Products, Games, and Publishing. And Thomas Mazloum was named president of Disney Signature Experiences. All right. Bob Chapek, the CEO officer of the Walt Disney World Company, today, literally today, announced a new Disney Parks and Experience Products leadership team that will be led by Josh DeMero, who has been named chairman. This is a quote from Mr. Chapek saying, "I am incredibly proud of the new leadership team at Parks, beginning with the segment's chairman, longtime Disney vet, Josh, and his newly announced team," said Mr. Chapek. "These talented executives played pivotal roles while leading our exceptional cast members during the largest period of growth in the segment's history, which included the expansion of our parks and our resorts around the world, the addition of new attractions, including 2 highly claimed Star Wars-themed lands, and shifts to a more personalized experience for guests. I am confident that as they assume even greater responsibility and pursue new opportunities, these proven leaders will have even bigger impact on the future of our company." Unfortunately, they're taking over during a pandemic, so we'll see how that goes for these poor guys.
Sorry, kids.
Sorry, none of your parks are open that you can run or operate.
Da 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 da. It sucks to be you.
Yeah.
Just
Mr. DeMaro, who most recently served as the president of Walt Disney World for what? Like a month? 2?
about $1.05.
Succeeds Mr. Chapek as chairman of the Parks Sports, whatever. In his new role, Mr. DeMero will oversee Disney's iconic travel and leisure business, which includes 6 theme parks, the resort destinations in the United States, Europe, and Asia, a top-rated cruise line, a popular vacation ownership program, and an award-winning guided family adventure business. And Disney's global consumer products operations, which include the world's leading licensed business across toys, apparel, and home goods, digital games, and apps, the world's largest children's print publisher, and Disney stores around the world, and the Shop Disney e-commerce platform.
Wow.
So, there you go. I think we've read Josh's history before, so we don't need to do it again. But, yeah, so that's pretty interesting that they've made this change. It's like, why now? Like, why was this necessary? I don't know.
I don't know, man. I
Maybe Chapek wants to put his own team in place, and, the old team was Iger's team. Now he's in charge, and he's like, hey, I want these people, doing these things,
But, Daddy, I want my own team.
Yeah.
Okay, son. I'm just kidding. I am so just kidding. I mean, no disrespect. I'd like to see Chapek step up and start doing more. I mean, I get it. We're in a transitionary period,
Right.
sort of. But Bobby, Iger, let it go.
Right.
Yeah, question in the chat room, who's in charge of Shop Disney? I think that would be the person that would be, what'd you say his name was? Hang on.
Kareem Daniel.
Kareem Daniel, Consumer Products, Games, and Publishing.
Yeah. Send your emails to kareem.daniel@disney.com.
Oh, my God, you didn't. Oh, my God. Kareem, I am so sorry. Send your cards and letters to Tony Casanova at Disney by the Numbers.
You can send them, Kareem. I'll answer. Not like you.
Yeah. Ooh, the gauntlet has been laid, boys and girls. The Walt Disney Company is planning additional debt sale. Hey, kids, that's when I thought it was safe to get back into the Walt Disney bandwagon.
Yeah.
I bought my stock today, and I'm starting to regret it. It appears that the Walt Disney Company is looking to take on even more debt in an effort to raise additional cash, if I could talk. While an amount was not specified, the company filed a prospectus with the Securities and Exchange Commission for senior or high priority notes that will mature between 2026 and 2060.
Mm-hmm.
The new debt raise totals $11 billion with interest rates ranging from 1.75 to 3.8%. Whoever, that's got to be a Bob Chapek deal right there. 3.8%?
Yeah.
No wonder Bob Iger had to step back in. Speculation is that this long-term debt will be used to pay off some of the credit agreements that the company has entered into over the last couple of months. This transaction will add to Disney's significant liquidity as it will free up revolving debt capacity, otherwise set aside to back outstanding commercial paper and near-term maturities, and essentially removes any question that the company has robust liquidity to help carry it through this black swan cycle caused by the spread of COVID-19.
I have not heard it been called that before.
Drama queen much? Holy cats. Currently, Disney is sitting on a cash balance of, any guesses? Any guesses at all? $14.3 billion and has a revolving loan capacity of $17.25 billion, which will remain untouched after the sale of these notes.
This is like pennies compared to like Apple.
Oh my God, this is so crazy. Crazy.
This
Or
is
Tesla.
like this is the change that Apple finds in its couch.
Probably very accurate.
Yeah, I think they're just making sure that their money is pretty fluid. I have a tough time balancing my checkbook. I can't even imagine what the financial stuff looks like on the business end of this. I would not want to be the CFO during this time.
Yeah, no.
I'd be like, hey, you know what, guys? I'm gonna take early retirement. I'm gonna go home. Have
Peace
fun.
out.
Peace out. Good luck
Deuces.
balancing the checkbook.
That's right. Good luck, kids. I'm out.
Yeah. Use Quicken. You'll be okay.
Yeah. Use quick.
Chapek on Shanghai Disneyland and Disney Springs reopening believes this is an interview that Mr. Chapek did recently. Actually, I think the other
from Bob Chapek. It's
Yes.
a Bob Chapek sighting.
Yeah.
Whoop, whoop, whoop.
This was done on CNBC. Disney's CEO Bob Chapek shared his thoughts regarding the reopening of Shanghai Disneyland and any potential safety measures that we could be seeing stateside here in the parks. Chapek began the interview by explaining that Shanghai Disneyland is viewed as a short book market. 3 words I have not heard put together in a sentence by a Disney executive of recent.
Awkward.
Meaning that the most of the tickets for any given week are usually sold during that week.
Wow.
I found that interesting. According to Chapek, we are finding out things about the Disney company that we didn't ever know about. So, some of me likes the pandemic. According to Chapek, most of the tickets, have been sold during the point. All right, so Chapek, when referring to his correspondence that he has received from Disney fans regarding their anticipation of Disney parks reopening, said that, quote, "We certainly want to open as soon as we can across the world, but we are going to do so in a responsible way," end quote. Chapek also expressed a desire to get Disney cast members back to work. He said that Disney is very encouraged by what they have seen from the reopening of Shanghai Disneyland. Chapek said that he will be using a stair-step method as they move forward during Shanghai Disneyland's reopening phase, and that the goal is to increase the park's attendance limit each week by 5,000 people.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So first he said whatever the quota, the city said 25%, and Bob said we're going to go below that. We don't feel 25% is right. And now he's going to try and add 5,000 extra people each week to his capacity. So tell us which one it really is. Are you going below, or are you going to keep adding, Bob?
Yeah.
Or maybe a little mix of both.
Yeah. A little bit of this, a little bit of that.
And this kind of feeds to the, Shanghai is definitely, whatever they find out there is definitely going to be altered to come here.
So, in interesting news, because we talk about the NBA coming to Orlando as like a bubble city and coming to Disney. A proposal calls for a Major League Soccer host summer tournament to be held at Disney
Right.
World. Who knew, right?
Right.
According to ESPN sources, Major League Soccer has proposed to finish their season at Walt Disney World. The proposal would have all 26 Major League Soccer teams begin training at the ESPN Wide Rewards Complex on June 1st. A tournament without fans would take place 3 or 4 weeks later, so July 1st. Of course, there have been rumblings that the NBA could be coming to Walt Disney World.
Right.
The NBA is reportedly still a couple of weeks away from a decision. Major League Soccer proposal would still need to be approved by the Players Association. Governor Ron DeSantis has said, "Hell yeah, bring on the money." I mean, we would love to host, and I'm quoting here, "All professional sports are welcome to Florida.
Right.
Practicing, playing, whatever. Take your money. I mean, we would love to have you here."
Right.
But Walt Disney World hasn't announced any plans to host professional sports. 26 soccer teams.
Wow.
I wonder how many people that would be. I don't know how big a full soccer team is, but
Well, there's 9 on the field.
so you probably got to have
9.
double.
No, 10 on the field during each. Yeah, so you usually have double that, right? So 20
So at least 20, plus all the coaches and support.
coaches,
50, 60 people.
doctors, and yeah.
You're certainly not going to like pro soccer players room up together. Maybe they might. I don't know.
I would doubt that. That's not social distancing.
Yeah. So maybe Disney's like, we don't really need you guys to come back right now.
Yeah.
So hang tight. Hang tight till August.
Right.
Once we get the
Right. So
Yeah, 11
Edward is
teams.
saying is 11.
7 subs, a few reserves, varies per team, 5 coaches or so, plus all the support staff, medical team.
Right.
Not to mention the umpires or
Refs and coaches and
referees, whatever the heck they call those people.
Yeah. And then if you're going to televise it, you need a camera crews.
Well, ESPN's got that covered.
Right.
That's interesting. That's interesting. I wonder if Disney could be looking at that as a revenue stream
Right.
and a test for, are we ready to have regular people in our rooms?
Yeah. All right, so permits were filed for the fabrication and set installation at the Star Wars Hotel.
Ooh.
I guess the construction team members have nothing to do but file permits from home. Honey, what did you do today? I just filed a bunch of permits.
That's right.
to
Zoom
things that won't get built.
That's right. Zoom calls and permit filing. That's what I do.
Yep. So according to a new permit filed with the state, Adirondack Scenic is listed as the contractor for set installation for the Star Wars Galactic Star Cruiser Hotel near Disney's Hollywood Studios. Have you passed by this lately?
I have.
Yeah, it's starting to take shape. It's starting to look like a building.
Starting to look like a Star Cruiser.
Yeah. On the permit, the description of the work to be completed is fabrication and installation of sets, and Walt Disney Imagineering is the owner. The end date listed on the permit is notable because it does not expire in a year as the default on permits. The expiration date on the permit is now January 20th, 2022.
Whoopsie.
This was a date entered by Imagineering instead of the standard 1 year. So according to the Walt Disney World website, the Star Wars Galactic Star Cruiser is supposed to open in 2021. Of course, not likely, could be forced to open the Star Cruiser Hotel in 2022 after halting construction on projects around Walt Disney World. Disney has said that the guests will be able to make reservations later this year. Here's hoping. Guests will arrive at the hotel like any other, but it is billed as something like unlike anything else built by Disney. The adventure will begin when you arrive at the Galactic Star Cruiser Terminal at Walt Disney World and check in for your 2-night experience.
Your 2 nights.
Once you've checked into the hotel, you will board a launch pod where you will blast off into space and rendezvous with the Halcyon. I can never say that word. The ship you'll spend the next 2 nights on. Through the windows above, you will see yourself leave the real world behind as you jump into hyperspace and draw closer and closer to the Halcyon. When the launch pod docks with the Halcyon and the air dock opens, you will step into the ship's main deck atrium to begin your journey through a galaxy far, far away. A visit aboard the Halcyon becomes a multi-day story that interweaves with members of the crew, other passengers, and Star Wars characters, and an excursion to Star Wars Galaxy Edge. Visiting the Star Cruiser bridge to learn about the ship's systems and how to operate them, including navigation and defense. Skills that may come in handy during your journey through this adventure-filled galaxy.
Mm-hmm.
Other areas within the ship is the engineering room, where guests can sneak into the crew-only area of the ship and discover the inner workings. Guests can also complete lightsaber training, wielding a lightsaber while facing off against a training remote, where you may discover your own connection with the Force. This is that patent they had years ago, with the thing and the lightsaber. I'm listen. If you could pull that off, Disney, I'm down. Just take my money, really. Of course, it's not going to be all action. There will be time to head to the Silver Sea Lounge, an inviting retreat for passengers of all ages. Every window in the Halcyon, including those in the cabin, has a view of the galaxy.
The galaxy.
With ever-changing vistas as the ships progress from place to place.
Nice.
So are you on board? Are you
Dude, I would love to. If I could afford it, I'd be there tomorrow.
Yeah. Well, we don't technically know. We know what the speculation of the price was. We don't technically know what it is. We can guess it's going to be expensive.
It's not going to be cheap.
Yeah, it's not.
But I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
I'll let all the people who can't wait work out all the bugs, and then I'll go.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
Great.
When they have a discount promo for Florida residents.
I'm never going to have that.
No.
Never going to get it.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, kids. How about a little headline news?
And now, the headline news.
All right, so Mr. Vice President Pence is visiting Orlando to discuss the reopening of theme parks and more.
He should come out. Thank you for coming to. Actually, hang on. Thank you for coming to my speech today. Very excited you're here. Super excited about what Governor Pence or Governor DeSantis has been doing. I would love to talk about opening the theme parks, but they've not sent any plans for reopening. So, peace out. I'm gonna go hang out with the Donald.
You have it wrong because he doesn't wear a mask anywhere he goes.
Oh, he doesn't?
No, he doesn't.
He's probably on the hydrocortisone, whatever that stuff is.
Hydrochloroquine.
Hydrochloroquine. He's probably just drinking straight up,
bleach.
He's probably just drinking straight up bleach. Gosh, this tastes great. I'm peeing clear.
Smells a little funky, but it's clear.
It's clear.
Gosh. In other news, the Orange County mayor, I think Dennings is his name, has not received any plans from Disney Universal to reopen.
What about SeaWorld?
I guess they don't care.
Hey, man, we haven't plenty plans. Shut up, you're SeaWorld. Be quiet.
When the other two open, you can open. Because nobody's going there.
Nobody's going.
Walt Disney has also now officially removed theme park hours through June 6th. Listen,
not good.
I don't understand why they're doing this. Like, why do you have theme park hours up? If the park is, just take them down until you reopen. How hard could that be? Go into the system, say no park hours, take them off until you reopen, and then you put them back.
I have no idea, brother.
It can't be that hard. Somebody at Disney website people explain that, because just take them down. Just take the whole page down.
No, I don't know.
Take it off the menu, take it down. Just leave it alone. Anyway, that's it. That's my complaint. My rant.
Fair enough. Good job, buddy.
Thanks.
Well, we appreciate you guys being here. Again, thanks, Edward, for stepping in for me last week. It's great to be back. We want to make sure that you come find us over on the Instagram and the YouTube and Facebook, all at Disney Parks Podcast. Come find us over at DisneyParksPodcast.com for all of our blog posts, show archives. You can also listen to our show there. You'd bet you didn't know that. And our great sponsors like our friends over at Destinations to Travel. And if you're looking to start planning your next amazing trip, whether it's Disney or just something even more amazing than that, go to DisneyParksPodcast.com/D, 2 travel. Fill out that form and someone from Destinations to Travel will be in touch. If you'd like the show, want to help keep us up and running, go to patreon.com/Disney Parks Podcast. And as we like to say, if we don't see you online, we'll see you once they open in the parks.
The Disney Parks Podcast is not affiliated with the Walt Disney Company. All Disney parks, attractions, lands, shows, event names, etc. are registered trademarks of the Walt Disney Company.